Watauga Arts Council with your host, Cherry Johnson, serving arts in Watauga County for more than 30 years.
Hi, I'm Cherry Johnson, Watauga County Arts Council, and I have with me one of our esteemed board members. We have with us Gary Nemcosky. Welcome, Gary.
Thank you.
Welcome to the board, too. You're fairly new to the board of
Yep.
directors.
Yeah, I'm that and the gallery job.
That's right. We walked you right into that job right away. Our dear friend John Bond had done the gallery chair position for many years, but he had maxed out on the number of years he could serve on the board. And so, therefore, he turned over his paperwork and all of his cool things that he works with the gallery committee to a dear friend, Gary Nemcosky. And Gary and still John, and also
Scott Ludwig.
Yeah.
And soon to be Tyler Deal.
Right.
She wants to come on board.
They work as a team, and they work with our office manager, and Sarah Collins, our office manager, feeds them applications from artists that she gets during the year, and together they review those applications, they look at the work of these artists, and they select who can exhibit in the galleries of the Jones House Community Center. As you know, we have 3 galleries in the building. The Maisie Jones Gallery, which is downstairs, is the big gallery, and then we have the Open Door Gallery and the Serendipity Gallery. Now, the Serendipity Gallery is run through the Lois Harrell Senior Center, so you guys really don't do much with that one.
No.
But the Open Door Gallery is an upstairs gallery that has a mission of serving student artists and emerging artists. But the Maisie Jones Gallery is kind of a special gallery. It's an invitational gallery, I would say, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, well, there is that juried process that we put them through.
There really is.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of juried processes, we're going to give every artist a chance to be part of an exhibit in the Maisie Jones Gallery. This will be our second time trying this process, and we're real excited about it because the last time was a huge success. Gary, what are we calling this?
Well, it's the second annual juried exhibit for the Watauga Arts Council.
That's right.
The second annual.
So come one, come all.
Yes, please do.
Every artist.
It's a lot of fun, seeing a lot of, it's the only time you catch up with a lot of old friends.
That's true.
You see them at that opening. That was a big opening the last time.
It really was. Now this opening, or this exhibit is open to any artist that does 2-dimensional work, right?
Yeah, because it's going to be in the big gallery downstairs, and it's hard with really being a multi-use space to have 3-dimensional work down there.
That's right. We could manage on occasion, but this time we're going for 2-dimensional work. And also, what are the limitations on that work? I know that certain types of work will not be accepted, like giclées won't be. And
but it's just about everything else.
Original work.
I'd have to dig even deeper in my notes. But yeah, if they look closely at the prospectus, they'll see all of that.
That's right. But we're allowing 2-dimensional original works of art.
Original, I think, is the key.
Exactly. And these need to be presentation ready, which basically means they've got to be worthy of, or ready to be exhibited in a gallery space, which
Just
typically is
so I can
framed.
just hang them,
Right.
instead of wiring them or whatever else they might need.
Exactly. And so this show looks really good, all things considered.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it will.
It
All
always
right.
does.
Now, we're going to have this juried, but your committee's going to step back and let another group do the final, another person do the jurying this time.
Yeah, I feel real fortunate that Warren Dennis has accepted the role of juror for this year's exhibit. I think a lot of people around town would recognize the name. He's been here for a long time.
Certainly.
Incredible artist, painter. It's been great for me to touch base with him again, just allow myself the time to hang out in his studio and to have lunch with his wonderful wife, Mary Kate, and just catching up in general. That's wonderful. But he's willing. What a brilliant man he is, and painter. So he's looking forward to seeing everybody's work.
This is going to be nice.
Oh yeah, this is going to be fantastic.
And then, as most jurors will do, there'll be an opportunity to talk with him after the exhibit's over with.
Yeah, I haven't talked to him too much about that, but generally that's what we do, and I think he's willing to do whatever that we might ask.
He was a college professor. He knows how to handle this kind of stuff.
Oh my gosh! No, it'll be a thrill, and for to get a chance to talk to Warren.
It will.
And
I'm looking forward to working with him.
oh yeah. Yeah. When was the last time you saw him?
When he donated a piece of artwork to the town of Boone.
That's right.
And that was about 3 years ago, I think. And
hard-
he,
hard
or
to
two,
know
maybe
anymore.
2 years ago,
Yeah.
and he donated a very large piece of art to the town. And the mayor called me and said, I'm not real sure what to do with this piece because it was very, very large. And it was a view of downtown as seen from about Farthing Auditorium, but it's in more in style. So it's a little bit abstract, but not entirely. You definitely recognize it, but it's
Oh, yeah.
definitely not like a photograph, And so that piece of art became the catalyst for our Art in the Chambers program, which places artwork in the chamber, council chambers over on Blowing Rock Road, because there was this big blank wall opposite the council, and when they hung this piece of art on it, it was a little lonely, even though it was a big piece. And so we decided we would add some work to the exhibit.
Great
Currently,
idea.
that has work by another well-known local artist, and that's Joe Miller.
Yeah, oh, yes.
And so
Everybody
Joe Miller
knows
and Warren
Joe.
Dennis grace the council chambers right now. So we've had 2 or 3 exhibits on that line. So we're
What a start.
Yeah, so he was a catalyst for a new program. So.
Yeah, right. Okay.
All right, so now are there
Do you want to talk about the
stipulations?
show?
Yeah, let's talk about
Okay.
the show.
All right. Well, being juried, you can, most people need to know how to submit. If you go to the WataugaArts.org website, you'll find all the directions and how to submit. But primarily, you're going to submit by image, and that could be a hard copy of a photo or a photograph, or it could be on CD and hand delivered to. I think John has agreed to, be a point person once again at Art Mart. Is it Boone Heights shopping area?
Yeah, at Art Mart in Boone Heights, right
Yeah.
near Burger King. So,
Yeah, right next door. I think everybody knows where John is.
Yes,
So he's, what a wonderful guy. He, just allows that space to be used as we need to. So, but they can also, you can apply online.
Yes, you can email it to
And
us.
email, and so I noticed that they can also pay online. So would that be by way of credit
Absolutely.
card?
Yes.
Because
Yes,
do you do PayPal?
We don't do PayPal, but we do a comparable program that's just as great and just as safe. And so you can. Last time we did this, a lot of the artists did that route.
It's the easiest way to go if you're computer savvy. But again, if if you're not, it's no hassle. But they want to download
Right.
the prospectus from the website, and
And
that's
then
how
read
they'll
it.
get it. Yeah, and read it carefully, and just follow the directions basically.
And you mentioned paying. Let's talk about the paying part and the
Okay.
money part, because there's
All
money
right.
on both ends of the deal.
Yeah, I didn't think of it that way. Yeah. Well, submission, it's a juried competition, so this is pretty much normal procedure. You could submit up to 3 works.
Right.
And so there's a sliding scale as to what the entry fee
Right.
is. So it's $10. Which camera am I looking at?
You look at me.
So,
That way that doesn't matter.
so one work is $10,
Mm-hmm.
2 works are $15, and 3 works would be $20.
Okay. All right.
But they can pay by check and mail it in.
Yes, they can.
And they make it out to
the Arts
Watauga
Council.
County Arts Council. Okay.
And then the other end of the deal is that we're giving cash prizes, because that money gets pooled and it's going to go into a lump sum that we will then disperse a good chunk of that out in prizes to the winning artists.
That's
And
right.
so
A
you
first,
can-
second, and third prize.
That's
And
right.
I'm sure there's going to be a good handful of honorable mentions.
Usually there are.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Because after all, we do have a wonderful artist community in this.
Yeah. Great support around here.
Absolutely.
It's family-like.
But we also have such talent. So,
Yeah.
Warren has got his hands full.
Oh, yeah. But it's not something he hasn't done before. He's a seasoned veteran when it
Yes.
comes to all phases of the professional artist's life. So he'll handle it with grace.
So we're
And
hoping,
dignity.
Yeah, we're hoping that he's going to have just so many to pick from. Now, you will jury in. If we
Yes.
have too many applications, you'll have to choose which ones can enter the final competition because
Yeah.
of space.
Yeah,
But,
so many things will depend on the number of submissions we get, and of course, the more, the happier we'll be.
Absolutely.
So we'll just have to see what the number looks like. So Warren's either going to select a show and prizes, or it may be that he selects just the prizes. So we'll have to see. We don't know that yet.
It all depends.
It all depends.
It all depends on you. You who are artists and you who know artists. Let's make sure that this turns out to be a really good sampling of Watauga County's talent, because we have a lot of talent oozing out of this community all over the place. So please make sure that a lot of artists hear about this, spread the word. We want to get a really good showing. Again, the deadline for application will be March the 19th, is that right?
Yeah, I think it's a Monday. Yep.
And so we need your application in by that time. So that gives you a little over a month, about a month, to get your application together. So that works pretty well.
Yeah, another point I just realized too, those of everybody that submitted the last time will recall that there was a theme to the show.
True.
And we were playing around with the theme again, of course, this time. The committee decided to leave it up to Warren. And Warren suggested no theme this time. And so really, it would be two-dimensional works.
Anything goes.
That, yeah, they don't have to relate to anything specific. And so it's anything.
That's right.
This go round.
This is a good opportunity for artists.
I'm hoping it's going to be more inclusive of what everybody happens to be doing right now. So
and
whatever
that's
they
really
love.
The key. Yeah,
I think so.
That is the
I
key.
think
Is
so.
whatever you're already working on, just go ahead and submit. Rather than going out and trying to create a piece for this, let's just see what you're doing. That's what's really exciting about this.
Indeed.
So, all right. Well, I'm excited about this project.
I am too.
It's one we're really excited. I know John Bond's excited. He's been
Yeah.
working on this a long
Oh
time.
yeah. We had to put it off till spring. The original intentions were this past fall,
Right.
but it's nearly spring, and so
That's right.
here we go.
All right, it's your turn. Come get involved with it. Check our website, watauga-arts.org, for information about this and also a whole lot more.
Watauga Arts Council with your host, Cherry Johnson, serving arts in Watauga County for more than 30 years.